Inspiration for videos come from very strange places sometimes. This past week, a young man approached me and asked me if I would buy him a pack of cigarettes. I guess I looked like someone he could trust, or the kid was totally out of his mind and zonked out on some kind of drug. And I said no. Then he said, damn. I was agog. Using that curse word, I was ready to go for his throat, but being wise, or either senile, whichever one, I don't try to differentiate between the two, they kind of blend together. I decided I would just stop and listen and hear what else he had to say. Now, I don't know whether it was Dr. Ruth Wessenheimer or Chairman Mao, but anyway, somebody said that youth, young people, have great wisdom that we who are old and intensely wise sometimes miss because we don't listen. So I was weighing that out in my mind, as well as my going to jail if I bought the kid the cigarettes, when the young man made an even more pointed, concise statement. He said, "It is easier for me to buy marijuana than it is to buy a pack of cigarettes, and I want the cigarettes." I had to stop and think a moment. You see, we are spending $1 gazillion a year, I tend to exaggerate, fighting a war on drugs that we cannot win. And we are sitting in a house that's facing great storms, but it doesn't have any windows because the drug cartels, which are killing each other and beheading police officers and becoming more and more powerful by the moment. And our house, the United States of America, has open windows. And we're preparing for this hurricane because we know they're coming here next to take over. Yet we're fighting in the East, a war that we can't win, just like the drug war. And we're spending gazillions of dollars that we don't have on things that we can't accomplish anything for. And the kid is worried about getting marijuana and cigarettes. And the reality is, the marijuana is easier to get than the cigarettes. Seems to me logic would dictate that we better brace this house for the winter, and that means putting some windows in. It doesn't mean a damn how good the mortar is in the house if it doesn't have windows, and you allow the storm to come in. Your house is in trouble. I don't think we think much. I don't know. We should give that thought when they're voting on whether we should legalize marijuana. I've got ulterior motives, of course, because I would like to be able to smoke it. It would mean I'd have to totally retire. There's really nothing wrong with that. I would like to do that. But it would also afford a little more security for me, and it would help me sleep better at night, which is something I would like. Speaking of sleeping late at night, it right now, on this Sunday morning, is 8:05. I was sound asleep at 7:15 this morning. I was having one of those lucid dreams where I was interacting with the United Nations, telling them that they're not united and they should all unite, and they were saying, "Right on, Jer, you're the Antichrist, you're the one that's got it, go, Jer!" And the phone rings. And I pick it up, and it's one of those robocalls. And they're telling me that my congressman, actually it's a congresswoman, is consulting with bin Laden, or was it Chairman Mao, or Barack Obama? I don't know. Anyway, I was too groggy to understand, but I did get the message that I shouldn't vote for my local congresswoman. Those robocalls do work, because I certainly now have made up my mind who I'm going to vote for. And it's not going to be the politician that woke me up on a Sunday morning so I could do this subpar video that I'm presenting to you this morning. Halloween is coming. I've got a video planned for that. But I thought I would just do this video to make you think a little bit about fighting wars that we can't win when our economy is crumbling at our feet and our house isn't boarded up. Sometimes you just have to grab hold of the thing and say, wait a minute, we better put our money where it's going to do some good. And that's with our people and defending our own country, like the windows on the south border that are left open as a giant tsunami, tidal waves, and hurricanes and typhoons and tornadoes move in from the south. Anyway, an aluminum hat is not going to help you with that. If you will excuse me.